Andrew Smith up to the stage. Andrew Smith.
Not too bad, pretty good, pretty good. Get off the fucking stage. Okay.
Where we're going, we won't need mic stands. I thought of that right before. I thought it was so clever. I'm second guessing it now. It's awkward. I just found in my notebook, John, earlier today, I wrote down blind guy in work boots. I thought it was so hilarious. I underlined it and then wrote through it again. I was like, don't forget this asshole. This is comedy. I don't know how I knew it was a blind guy. I assume I just saw a guy with sunglasses in work boots. And I was like, blind? That's a blind guy in work boots? That's ridiculous. Get out of here, sir. What's Gucci? I had to do it. I had to. You guys on Twitter? Yeah, Twitter. I fucking hate Twitter. Follow me at @yo_Drew. I hate Twitter for like normal reasons, I think. Like it's all people who just tweet about themselves, like pictures of shit, like #blessed, #Jesus, here's my breakfast, #bacon bits, I had an abortion last week and it's slowly eating away at my soul. Like that's the type of shit I hate. But I'm gonna read to you from my notebook a tweet I saw just the other day. Zach Braff retweeted @SkylarBurke22. Saw @Zach Braff in @Bullets Over Broadway tonight. Amazing show. Awesome singing and dancing. Congrats to the cast. And then there was a picture of Zach Braff and an 11-year-old. And it really upset me that there was an 11-year-old on Twitter, but it more upset me that there was an 11-year-old Twitter using a hyphen incorrectly. We get it. You went to English class last week. You used the hyphen incorrectly. Get over it. Why is she like, she's already sounds like a 40-year-old woman, like pretending to be super nice to everybody. Like, hey, Zach Braff, I thought I'd throw you this one. Nice work in Bullets Over Broadway. Thought it was great. Me and the gals loved it. And what is that shit? Like, I was thinking about it. If I had Twitter when I was 11, this would be my tweet. It would start guys. No, it would start guys with an exclamation point. So it would be guys. I don't know if you know this. I get calm now because I got your attention. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you stay up late enough, @HBO plays porn. My friend @Ganja Monster thinks it's fake. But he's only 10 and a half, so what does he know? I can't wait till 2 a.m. #titties, #mature. That would be it. That would be my Twitter at 11. And you guys would all learn something. You get it. You'd stay up till 2 every night like I did. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm blaming it on my dad. I'm going with my dad. Like, how many of you guys had dads who like would catcall girls in front of you and stuff like that? Yeah. It's a little awkward, right? It kind of sucks. But I think you need that because my dad would never like mention girls ever. Like when he's a scientist, and when he gave us the birds and the bees talk, it was more like the avians and the asps talk. Like he got out there was like poster board and like little extendable pointers, and he's like fallopian tubes, ovaries, here's some mucus. Like he gave very in-depth descriptions of the female reproductive system. And I would just be like, he'd be like, fallopian tubes, periods once a month, blood. And I'd be like, what do you say to a girl if you think she's cute? And he'd be like, no questions. But he also never mentioned anything about he probably didn't mention much about men because it's pretty straightforward, right? He probably mentioned like erections, but not much more than that. So when I, at 11 in the shower, saw like this weird crusty shit on the side of my dick, which I still don't know what it is, I was just like, okay, this is what I die from, because I'm never telling anyone about it. No one will ever see this. I was certain it was cancer. Like, that is what cancer looks like, and it's leaking out of my dick. At 11, I got the kind of solemn type of personality that a 90-year-old man with a brain tumor has, where he's just like, it's my time. I've come to terms with it. My dick's leaking, okay? I'm dying. I think it's been annoying me recently. I think, Nick, you know this. Clearly you know this. You're a man of taste. America has a celebrity problem, you would say, right? Yeah. Like, for instance, I was thinking, like, what if we treated, like, cashiers the way we treated celebrities? Like, it would be really weird if you went to Target and you were like, I never let Nigel check me out. He orders his burgers well done. That's like eating a hockey puck. It's ridiculous. Or like, what if you really liked a cashier? You were like, oh, Nigel's the best. Like, you wouldn't get like a guy with a camcorder to follow his family around and take pictures of him and read some type of psychotic homemade People magazine. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, that's Nigel's kid, Clitoris. He really hates gender norms. Clitoris has a soy intolerance, but it's okay. All the kids in his class are bringing in gluten-free cookies. He'll be fine. He'll be just fine. I mean, look at all these clitori running around. And some guy would be like, I don't think that's how you pluralize clitoris. And you're like, oh, it's not plural. That's their last name. His name's Clitoris Clitori. I'm gonna name my son Labia Minora because I'm Jewish. Get it together, Bill. You can do it. I think I have an emotional problem. Like, okay, like everyone says that shit. Everyone says that shit. I discovered mine like 4 years ago. A friend of mine in high school died. He died of like some very rare blood disorder. I'm not sure what it was, but I know that at some point he went to blood camp. Which he was like, oh, like it's some place for me to bond over my disease. And I always imagine it as a bunch of really pale kids trying not to get cuts. But like, my mom called me one day and she's like, Andrew, Eric died. And I'm like, that sucks. Like, my reaction was nothing. That's when I realized maybe I have an emotional problem. Like, I was like, that sucks, Mom, but I had to catch the bus in like 5 minutes. So if you could wrap this shit up, that'd be great. And people were at first like, well, it takes a few days to sink in, stuff like this. And it did. Like 2 days later, I was like, wait, so I get to miss like a whole day of school for his funeral? Because that's pretty awesome. These are like the worst things I've ever said. Well, that's not true. There was a phase in my life where I would tell my mom every time she tried to talk to me that I wish she'd fucking die because she's a bitch. But in my defense, I was 12. And if you find a 12-year-old that doesn't act like Satan's taint, I want to meet them because 12-year-olds are the worst people on the face of the planet. Side note, Satan's taint is the most metal band name ever. Like, I realized I had an emotional problem. Like, I think my emotions are like that fat kid in junior high who always wants you who's like, try to push me. You can't move my weight, it can't be done. And he's got like hair down to Mike Carpenter levels. And he's got that wispy like pube beard because he can, just because he can before everybody else. And he's got a Satan Taints t-shirt. And he's like, try to move me, you can't. And then I'm fucking pushing on him. And the second I get him to start moving, he starts leaning forward. And that's fucking bullshit because you should just let me try to push you. And if I can move you, I can move you. Okay? Don't fucking push back on me! And those are my emotions. Thanks, guys.